What is currently happening in New York v. Trump? A significant interval of rest. The indictment, which was unsealed on Tuesday, officially begins the legal proceeding, which might end in a criminal trial. In relation to his alleged participation in providing hush money to a porn star on the eve of the 2016 election, Donald Trump on Tuesday entered a not guilty plea to 34 criminal charges. The accusations are the first criminal counts ever brought against an ex-president of the United States. Democrat Alvin Bragg is the Manhattan District Attorney. Mr. Trump has denied wrongdoing and claimed the investigation is politically motivated. The pace in the case is anticipated to drastically slow down after a frenzy of activity in recent weeks, with the grand jury hearing final evidence before voting to indict. The legal case, which could end in a criminal trial, officially begins with the indictment. Expect nothing to happen quickly. The prosecution suggested a trial date of January 2024 during the arraignment. That proposal was deemed a little bit ambitious by a lawyer representing Mr. Trump, who also suggested that a trial date later in the spring next year might be a more feasible strategy. Judge Juan Merchan, the case's judge, merely stated that he would prefer to move ahead as speedily as possible without announcing a trial date. During arraignment, the prosecution is constitutionally required to immediately turn over to the defense all the evidence it obtained during its initial inquiry. Such information is normally kept private, but it provides the defense with a complete and accurate picture so it may effectively prepare its case. The prosecution's attorneys stated during the hearing on Tuesday that they would be able to provide a first batch of evidence within a week that would include grand jury minutes and exhibits, as well as notes of witness statements for those witnesses who testified in the grand jury. The prosecution promised to provide a second round of discovery in 65 days, or by roughly mid-June, which would include subpoena compliance, other witness materials, and other papers. After then, prosecutors claimed they will deliver the last batch of documents. Prepare pretrial motions or requests for specific relief from Judge Merchan using your best legal arguments. Judge Merchan stated on Tuesday that all defense motions were to be submitted by August 8. The defense has until September 19 to reply. Judge Merchan stated on Tuesday that his decision on the pretrial motions would be made by December 4. What form will these actions take? The indictment might be thrown out by Mr. Trump and his counsel for a variety of reasons, such as that Mr. Bragg brought the case too late or that the underlying legal premise is invalid. Besides from moving the case out of Manhattan, Mr. Trump, who is well known for his aggressive approaches to litigation, may also make a number of additional motions. Mr. Trump has openly expressed his dissatisfaction with the likelihood that he would not receive a fair trial in Manhattan, and has recommended that the case be transferred to Staten Island, which has a stronger Republican presence than other boroughs of New York City. Cases that ask for this kind of relief, totally dismissing them or moving them to a different court, rarely succeed. Nonetheless, courts frequently take them seriously, and the processing of them might take weeks or months. Lawyers would likely submit legal briefs and debate what evidence jurors should be allowed to hear prior to trial. The following court date is currently set for December 4. On Tuesday, Mr. Trump's attorneys requested that he not be required to attend, citing the expense and security concerns involved in hauling the former president before a judge. Judge Merchan disapproved of nevertheless. The defense was given the option to resubmit the request later on if a circumstance should arise wherein your client is unable to appear on that date, anything unexpected. No, before a trial, Justice Merchan could dismiss the matter. But he has promised to pursue this matter all the way to trial. Mr. Trump may eventually decide to switch his not guilty plea to a guilty one. According to former prosecutors, probably not. According to his attorneys, even if found guilty of the relatively minor allegations against him, Mr. Trump wouldn't likely serve any time behind bars since it would be his first offense. The editors have chosen news and analysis on the hush money investigation, the court case, and what happens next.